Now, if you had asked me this 5 years ago, you had a different answer. But now where I'm at in life, man, I talk to God. I get up every day, I read my Proverbs, you know, for wisdom. Every day, whatever day it is, like the day, the 24th, I got up this morning, I wrote Proverbs 24. I read all chapters. We read all the verses. And that's just where I'm at, Jay Mosley.
What's one moment in your career where you thought this might be over?
When I tore my ACL.
What was the mindset of you to overcome that moment of feeling like it was over? Because we're going to probably have some high schoolers watch this. We're going to have some adults that go through life, but everybody have a moment sometimes where they feel like it's over. How was that mindset for you to overcome that moment?
Oh, it was tough because all I knew was basketball, and that's what, fed my family. That's how I ate, was playing a game. And then now I'm at this crossroad where the game is over. What do I do now? I don't know nothing else. That's why I preach to these kids, get your education, because it prepares you for life after a game, knowing that all games come to an end.
That's deep. That's a deep one right there. Let's get into some stuff a little bit. What's the most painful chapter in your life that helped produce the best version of you? Because I know you got some chapters. Every book is not just one chapter. We done covered the Pleasant Grove chapter. Mm-hmm. We talked about the high school. We talked about the mother, the coach. But what's that chapter that made you wake up to go work out at 4 a.m., make you read Proverbs, make you look to the man upstairs? What's that chapter?
Whew. Love. And it's not a chapter. It's just the realest, it's the realest thing I can tell you, learning what love really means. Do you know how to spell love?
T-I-M-E.
Man, you a bad motherfucker. I try to drop a nugget on you and you drop one on me. You already know. That's why I got my queen with me today. I hate to go there, but I'm just finna veer out something. My wife, we finna celebrate our anniversary in some days. It's gonna be 23, but we've been together 28 years. When I got sentenced to a year and a day in a federal bureau of prison, she was my girlfriend then. And they gave me 30 days to turn myself in. I contemplated committing suicide to that woman. You know what she did for me? She prayed. She prayed for me. And that's why I talk about that word love, because, I did plenty of interviews, this and that, and I would talk about this, talk about that, but the deep thing is, I didn't realize the queen that I had on my side. And that's why now, when somebody asks me what did this, it's the understanding of love. Because no disrespect to my mom, but I had 19 stepdads. No, my dad wasn't in my life. He is now, but he wasn't in my life like that.
So it wasn't a chapter. It was the book of love. That's it.
Big facts.
The reason why I answered that question the way I answered it with T-I-M-E is because most men are taught you got to work, you got to hustle, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to be absent in order to provide, right? And I'm on the road a lot, and I understand it. And I understand being able to do things for your family that typically most people can't do, right? But I also realized that a woman will whisper before they'll yell. And we think as men, love mean, or providing means love. But it's not. Love actually means producing time the way you provide to give them the love that they need. And that's not just women, that's your kids too. So to me, as a man, I had to open my eyes to that. That love is actually time.
When did you get that?
I'm still getting it. I'm still getting it. This ain't, I'm a young man. I'm 43 years old. And don't nobody know how much time they got left. But you gotta value the time that you do have. And that's something that I had to sit back and take a backseat to and understand. I just look at certain things different, and finding creative ways to spend time even when it might feel like you ain't got none.
You dropping some game over here. Don't be over there recording, baby. You just look at you over there shaking your head.
Let's get into a little mindset stuff, because before we actually started rolling the cameras, we were talking about who was the best player, because we constantly hear that debate right now. And you're a basketball player, and so you said that question, who is the best, and I provided the answer that I felt was the best, and his name is Kobe Bean Bryant. So
you were right. We debated. We talked about that. I mean, Kobe just had a different mentality. To me, I'm a real live 99.9 student of the game. His footwork, you ain't never seen nothing like that. Jordan was good, but Kobe's footwork, his effort, people say, oh, he cloned it off Jordan. Yes, he did, but he did it on Kobe, he was the Black Mamba. I mean, you got nicknames, and to be named after a snake?
a killer snake.
A killer snake. That's just a whole nother level,
What drives your hunger now? Is it still proving people wrong or proving yourself right?
Legacy. Jay Mosley, I was like, I tell my wife this, she'd be like, baby, don't say that. But like, if I die tomorrow, I'm good, because I lived a hell of a life. I've been around the world more than most people been around their backyard. Same game that got me in trouble has blessed me through my testimony and everything. That's what I do for a living. I travel around the world speaking. And it's not about me. I'm good. It's about my wife and my kids now. And I don't give a damn what nobody else think or say about me,